In late 2022, the Winter Wish Day special was released, themed heavily around Christmas themes and much of the excess that surrounds the holiday season. Whilst the special does contain an adaptation of a real song, namely To Grandma's House We Go, which is a ponified version of To Grandmother's House We Go, the notable song in the special is Joyous Wishentide, which is performed as part of the concert sequence near the end of the special. Here, we see an example of the songwriters actively satirising an element of modern culture: the excessively saccharine Christmas song. The intentional blandness of the song begins with its composition. Like many Christmas songs, it is scored in C major with a relatively slow BPM of 125. This is intended to make the song very easy listening on the ear. We also see very little variation in the song. The BPM never changes, and the key stays solidly in C major throughout. Much like Glowin' Up, this is not doing anything particularly radical with the composition. If we give the opening a quick listen, we can hear that the song has bizarrely heavy orchestration. In this first section of music, we can hear bells, a choir, and an excessively emotional violin. This makes for an interesting contrast to what comes next in the lyrics of the first verse and the pre-chorus.
The fire is glowing, friendship is flowing, it's the feeling of knowing it will soon be wishing time. Hoofs on the rooftop, the ringing of the bells, lights shining bright on the carousel.
Both the verse and the pre-chorus are filled with Christmas cliches, such as Christmas bells and an allusion to Santa Claus in the phrase "hooves on the rooftop." Just as the pre-chorus comes to an end, the orchestration starts to ramp up, and it soon becomes clear why.
Joyous, joyous wishing time, joyous, joyous wishing time, the twinkling wishing star that shines, a joyous, joyous wishing time, joyous, joyous wishing time, joyous, joyous wishing time, the twinkling wishing star that shines, a joyous, joyous wishing time.
Much like in Glowin' Up, the heavy, excessive orchestration and over-the-top choreography is intended to hide the fact the lyrics of the chorus have no substance whatsoever, instead being saccharine and cliched. Here, the song's role as a parody becomes clear. The words and sound are spoofing the sort of songs one would hear on the radio around Christmas time. The song's excessive conformity to the sound of typical Christmas music reveals that it serves a similar purpose to Glowin' Up as social critique. These are ideas and concepts in Christmas media that consumers accept without critique and are largely bored of hearing, as demonstrated by the audience members falling asleep halfway through the song.